This is a quick setup of the Zhiyun crane. I did run through some challenges when I got mine and decided that I'd make a video about it. Hope this helps you practically learn how to set it up as swift and as quick as possible. It comes in a hard pelican case like this, and I bought two accessories with it. One is for a tripod head and the other is a tripod stand for the gimbal. I'll show you what that's for in a couple of minutes. And let's have it open. We have the gimbal right here. We have two batteries. It comes with two batteries, and yeah, that's the base of the Zhiyun. And we have a USB cable here, an Allen key, very handy for loose screws, and we have this to support the camera on the gimbal. This is the charger right here, in case I didn't mention that earlier. So let's have this aside. Set this down. You have the batteries in, and make sure to have the positive side up. It's right there, positive, negative. Make sure the positive side is up. Put this right in and fix this right here. To be able to stand this, that's why I have this fellow right here. Here we go. Yep. All right, so to know which side goes forward, that's quite easy. We have a lens support right here. That's how you know which side goes up front. All right, I have a GH4 here with a 25mm lens, not so heavy, and that's what I'll be mounting on the gimbal. I have this bolt right here. Slightly, I'm going to put this in first. Still going to be loose. Okay, we have that. Now, according to the manual, I'm going to describe everything here as close as possible to what you have inside the manual. So according to the manual, it says you want to have the camera as close as possible to this motor right here by your right hand side. So I'm going to shift it all the way. Now, just a little tip, don't get it too close to the motor, because when you start calibrating and adjusting, you know, every other thing, it might, each time the camera slides backward, it might open the memory card slot. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of space right there, make sure it's not touching the motor, and I'm going to tighten the camera. Yeah, and it's fixed right now. Now I'm going to do a little bit of loose screws here just to make sure everything is not balanced. I'm doing that because I have used the camera on the gimbal before, and most likely it's going to be balanced. So all right, everything is not balanced right now, so let's start from scratch. When you bring out your gimbal from the box, you might have, or after mounting your camera rather, you might have something like this. And I don't know, like a few users, when I first got this, it took me a little while to understand what exactly to do. So I'm going to run you through quickly. The first thing you need to understand is the first two steps is to calibrate your gimbal or your camera to look forward like this, and it has to stand on its own. And the second will be this. There is a third calibration step, which I will show you later on the proper tripod set. Now, for now, also understand that there are two arms, one right here and one right here. Three motors, one here, and one here. But without me saying much, if I turn it this way and I show you, if I carry this arm back down this way, you find out that this is what we want to do. So to adjust that, we loosen this a bit, and you push in or out till you have something as close as possible to this. You know, you have to keep doing it, you know, little by little till you have that balance. Once you have that, gently tighten the loose bolt. That's one. Secondly, you want to make sure your camera is not facing up or facing down. Depending on the kind of lens you have, you might have to shift your camera forward or backward with this right here. If I take this, you might have this, for example, which is not what you want. So you want to shift this forward till you have a balance. So you might want to tighten the screw slightly so that the camera does not keep freely falling backwards or forward while you're adjusting it. So here's about this. No, that's not what I want. I'll adjust it a bit, forward a bit, tighten a bit. No, that's not what I want. Almost what I want. And it's almost there. And almost there. And it needs to go back a little bit forward, and it's there. All right, make sure you tighten the screw under. And if in any case, if it's not balanced still, you probably want to also adjust the arm right here. Okay, once you have this facing forward on its own, the next thing you want to do is calibrate it facing upwards. That's your lens facing vertically up, and you want to do that by adjusting the arm right here. Oops, that's not what you want. You adjust till you have a balance of the camera facing vertically upwards on its own. Too much, too much. Like I said, you want to do this carefully each step of the way. Once you have that, you tighten it. Now, those are the first two steps to calibrating your Zhiyun gimbal. Right now I removed this guy here. This initially was what I used to do my first two calibrations when I got the Zhiyun gimbal, but for some reason, after getting it on, for every upright position while using the gimbal, you're going to get everything fine, I guess. But for every time your gimbal moves to the left or moves to the right, for some reason the whole thing goes haywire. So right now, this probably should have been what they should have fixed in the manual, that you should fix your Zhiyun gimbal on a tripod for calibration, which I have done right here. So what I have is, I took this out and I fixed this on a tripod head. And to calibrate, now I'm not going to do the first two calibrations anymore because we already have that. What we're going to do is to have sort of like a side calibration. So I have my gimbal I have my tripod to the side right now because I'm going to bend this all the way to the side. I'm going to shift this a little bit so that you can see this. Okay, and make sure is almost perfectly horizontal. Make sure you use a strong tripod. Please, I would emphasize again, make sure you use a strong tripod. If your tripod is not strong enough, it might tip over. So I'm going to lock this, and here's what we need to do. We need to face our camera forward this way. Once your camera is able to stand correctly this way, then you have the last calibration done. Okay, so I'm going to take this up. We are going to use this last arm at the bottom, and we'll keep shifting forward or backwards till you have that position correctly. Almost there. Almost there. And we have that. You can have this on the left side or on the right side. It really doesn't matter. If it's on the right side, you might have something like this for the arms. Now I'm talking about the arms, not the camera. You might have something like this if you tilt it the other way. But for this side, you have this. And the reason why I usually would use this side is because I want this screw right here to be on the top side. So this is the best position for me. I have that position already, so I'm going to lock it in. And I have my 3-step calibration done. Nice and easy. All right, so I have my gimbal away from the, I'm going to take the tripod to the side now, and all your controls are right here. Your power button, you hit the, with the camera icon, you hit it, and once you press it and hold it for about 2 seconds, the gimbal powers up. Give it another couple of seconds and you see the light blinking. You have this zoom control here for if you have your USB cable connected directly to your camera. It usually works with the likes of GH4 and the Sony cameras. Turn on the camera. Now before I continue, do as the manual says. Always read your manual. Your manual tells you do not put on your gimbal until your camera is well, or until your gimbal is well calibrated. I have calibrated my gimbal according to the manual, and I'm going to power it on right now. I'm going to hold this button, and hold it down, and you should notice it snap. All right, so I have my gimbal powered up. All right, okay, that last calibration, this is what it allows you to do. If you did not do that last calibration, it will be hard for your gimbal to do this. So that is calibrating, or this is for calibrating your Zhiyun gimbal for the first time. I mean, once you calibrate it the first time, I don't think you need to calibrate it any other time, unless you change the lens. Anytime you change the weight on your camera, which usually comes from the lens, you will have to recalibrate it to match the weight of your camera. 3-step calibration for your Zhiyun gimbal. Make sure you read the manual. It comes in a small envelope like this, and all the steps I follow to calibrate this, everything is right there. Just make sure you read it before you use your gimbal. If you do not calibrate, I will repeat again, if you do not calibrate your gimbal, you might damage the motors in them, and once they're damaged, I don't know, you probably have to buy another one. Thank you guys. I hope you find this video very useful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to post below. Thank you.